Today I'm going to introduce a corpus analysis tool called AntConc and explain how it can be used to analyze discourse markers. In my own research, I used AntConc to examine the frequency and context of discourse markers. So today I will show you the basic process of using this tool and why it is useful for language research. First of all, what is AntConc? AntConc is a free corpus analysis tool. It allows us to analyze large amounts of text quickly and easily. So instead of reading hundreds of pages manually, AntConc helps us search for words automatically and provides useful information such as how often a word appears and how it is used in different contexts. In discourse analysis, this is especially useful because we often need to examine discourse markers such as well, so, or I mean. Before we can use AntConc, we first need to prepare our data. AntConc only accepts text files, so PDF files cannot be analyzed directly. First, download the article as a PDF. Then copy all the text and paste it into Notepad. Finally, save the file as text file, and this text file can be opened in AntConc. This process is very simple, but it is an essential step because AntConc analyzes text rather than PDF documents. After preparing the text file, we need to load it into AntConc. First, click File, then Corpus Manager. Next, select Raw Files, click Add Files, and then choose the text file that you want to analyze. So once the file is added, click Create, and then select Return to Main Window. Now, Corpus is ready, and we can begin analyzing the data. The first function I like to introduce is frequency. This function tells us how many times a particular word appears in the corpus. For example, if you type the word can into the search box and click Start, AntConc counts how many times the word appears. This allows researchers to compare the frequency of different words. So in my own research, I used this function to see which discourse markers appeared most frequently. However, knowing the frequency alone is not enough, so we also need to understand how the word is actually being used, and that's where the next function becomes important. So the second function is called KWIC, which stands for Keyword in Context. This function shows every sentence that contains a keyword. The keyword appears in the center, with the surrounding words displayed on both sides. For example, if you search the word can, you can immediately see different expressions such as can be defined or can be categorized to or something. So this helps researchers understand not only how often a word appears, but also how it is used in different situations. In discourse marker analysis, context is very important because the same word can perform different functions depending on the surrounding text. Therefore, KWIC makes it much easier to examine these patterns without reading every article manually. So, to summarize, AntConc has several advantages, as I mentioned. First, it quickly counts the frequency of words. Next, it provides context through the KWIC function. And third, it can analyze a large amount of text within just a few seconds. Finally, it is completely free and easy to use, making it an excellent tool for students and researchers. Actually, although AntConc offers many other functions, but the frequency and KWIC functions are the ones I found most useful in my own research. So, this is the end. And I hope this presentation has given you a basic understanding of how AntConc can be used for corpus-based discourse analysis. Thank you.